You've been told your life is shaped by choices, discipline, effort, and strategy, but what if that's only the surface story? What if the real force steering your reality isn't your actions, but the energy you broadcast before you even move a muscle? It sounds bold, maybe even frustratingly counterintuitive, but here's the twist: your reality has been responding to your vibration long before you ever learned to call it manifestation. And the crazy part is, no one ever taught you how to use that power consciously. You've probably felt it, those days when everything flows effortlessly, and others when life seems to push back no matter what you do. Most people think it's mood, luck, or coincidence, but it's actually your frequency shifting beneath the surface, sending a signal your world mirrors back to you in real time. The pain comes from believing you're powerless when, in truth, your energetic field has been writing your outcomes all along. You just haven't been taught how to read or steer it. Here's the part most people never hear: you don't need a spiritual awakening, a decade of meditation, or a cosmic epiphany to shift your reality. You just need to learn how to adjust the inner dials of your energy with simple, immediate actions, the kind that change how the next hour unfolds, not just the next decade. And once you experience how fast your vibration can reshape your circumstances, you'll never again settle for the idea that your future is fixed or far away. The truth is provocative, even a little uncomfortable: your future isn't waiting for you, it's reacting to you. Every thought, every emotion, every micro shift in your field is already programming the timelines you're about to walk into. The moment you understand that, your sense of power changes permanently. And once you learn how to tune your frequency with intention, even the immediate future becomes flexible, responsive, surprisingly cooperative. So let's break the rules of what you were taught about reality. Let's step into the mechanics of the unseen, the physics behind your identity, and the vibration that's shaping your next experience right now. Because once you grasp how this works, you won't just react to life anymore, you'll start designing it from the inside out. Most people go through life thinking they have energy, like it's some battery level they're trying to keep full. But the truth is way more profound: you are an entire energetic field, and the body is just your temporary vehicle. When you flip that perspective, your whole reality starts behaving differently. You stop seeing yourself as limited matter and start feeling like a living vibration. And honestly, that shift alone already changes your frequency more than you notice. Think of your body as a screen and your energy as the operating system behind everything. The OS is invisible, but it's the real force sending every signal that shapes your experiences. And your thoughts? They're not random noise, they're little commands rewriting the system in real time. Once you see your mind as a tool for energetic programming, life becomes way smoother. That's when you start stepping into conscious manifestation instead of accidental living. Let me give you a simple example you'll instantly relate to. When you enter a room and feel tension or warmth without anyone saying a word, that's not your body communicating. Your energetic field picks it up before your brain even processes it. Your emotion responds faster than logic because energy moves quicker than physical perception. That's how sensitive your vibration really is. And once you start noticing these micro shifts, everything about your inner world becomes clearer. And here's the fun part: the moment you accept that you're energy first and body second, life stops feeling like a heavy puzzle. You stop trying to force matter to behave and start tuning your frequency like a radio. The outside world becomes less intimidating because your internal signal gets stronger. Even challenges begin to look like energetic lessons instead of personal failures. That's when you start feeling a quiet confidence rise in you, almost like remembering something ancient. Because once you really feel this truth, a new question naturally appears: if I'm energy first, what am I actually vibrating right now? And that question is the doorway to real energetic programming. It's the moment where your vibration becomes something you can consciously work with, not something that just happens to you. And once that awareness clicks, you'll notice something incredible: the future doesn't feel distant anymore, it feels like it's responding to your signal in real time. My friend, here's the part that blows most people's minds: your vibration isn't just influencing how you feel, it's literally writing your tomorrow while you're still standing here today. Every moment, your energy sends out a constant signal, like a beacon broadcasting your internal state into the fabric of reality. And reality, sneaky as it is, responds immediately, adjusting probabilities around you. The future isn't waiting for you, it's being shaped by your frequency right now. That's how real-time your power actually is. Think of your energetic field like a transmitter. You don't need to plan your destiny as much as you need to tune your frequency. A stressed mind sends out chaotic signals, while a grounded emotion broadcasts clarity. And the universe, or whatever you want to call this big intelligent system, rearranges itself according to your internal broadcast. When you start treating your mood as energetic programming, you stop underestimating tiny emotional shifts. They're not small, they're directional. Let's get practical. You know those days where everything goes wrong from the morning onward? Spilling coffee, missing the bus, forgetting something important, it's not bad luck. It's your energy echoing your first thoughts of the day and your first emotions. It's your field saying, okay, we're operating at this frequency now, let's match it. And the opposite is true, one genuine moment of gratitude or calm can flip the entire day's timeline. That's how quickly your signal rewrites probabilities. And because you're my friend, I'll say this in the simplest way, the future is not a fixed road, it's a living algorithm responding to your vibration. Every quiet choice you make changes the coordinates of where you're heading. Even your silence, even your breathing, even the way you talk to yourself is part of your energetic programming. You don't manifest by wishing, you manifest by broadcasting. The world returns whatever your field keeps repeating. But here's where it gets even deeper, when you finally realize that tomorrow is being shaped right now, you stop waiting for change and start tuning your frequency intentionally. You stop asking, when will things get better, and start asking, what signal am I sending that tomorrow will respond to? And that question, well, that's the bridge that leads into understanding the hidden mechanics of thought itself, the frequencies inside your mind that you never realized were shaping your path. Most people underestimate their thoughts because they can't see them, but if they could watch their mind the way we watch a radio tuner, they'd freak out. Every thought has a frequency, a subtle ripple of energy that shifts your entire energetic field by just existing. And the wild part? These shifts happen instantly, before you even finish the sentence in your head. Your reality listens to these micro-adjustments like a radio picks up a new station. That's how sensitive the system truly is. Imagine your mind as a giant radio tower. Each thought you broadcast becomes a tiny signal calling in experiences that match it. Think in fear, and your field tunes into fear-based timelines. Think with clarity, and your vibration rises, matching cleaner probabilities. This isn't about positive thinking, it's about energetic programming through frequencies you don't even notice you're emitting. Your brain speaks in words, but your field speaks in vibration. Let me paint it clearer with something real. You know those moments when a single negative thought spirals into 10 more, and suddenly your whole day collapses? That's not overthinking, it's your frequency shifting and attracting more of the same. On the flip side, one honest moment of inspiration can spark opportunities that feel like magic. It's not magic, it's manifestation through vibrational momentum. Your mind fires the first shot, your energy amplifies it. And the craziest part? Your emotion is the amplifier. You can have a neutral thought and it barely moves your field, but attach strong emotion to it, fear, excitement, shame, gratitude, and it skyrockets your signal. That's why people who think I'm not enough with deep emotion often see life reflect that belief over and over. And people who decide I'm ready with genuine conviction watch doors open. Emotion is the volume knob of your field. But once you truly understand that your thoughts are frequencies shaping your next steps, you naturally start becoming more curious about the emotional layer beneath them. Because if thoughts are the signals, emotions are the current powering them. And that leads directly into the next truth. Your emotional signatures aren't just feelings, they're the real drivers of your field, setting the tone for everything your reality mirrors back to you. Most people think emotions are just reactions, but they're actually the core frequency that your entire energetic field runs on. An emotion sets the tone of your signal long before any action or decision takes place. That's why two people in the same situation can experience completely different outcomes. Their emotional signatures are broadcasting different instructions into reality. Once you truly grasp that emotions shape the field, everything you've lived until now starts making sense. It's not randomness, it's resonance. Think about it, your energy doesn't respond to what you wish, it responds to what you consistently feel. A person can have the most empowering thoughts, but if their underlying emotion is fear or doubt, that becomes the true broadcast. The field listens to emotional truth, not verbal intention. And that emotional consistency becomes a form of unconscious energetic programming, guiding experiences without you noticing. Your vibration follows your emotions more than your ideas. Here's a practical example. Someone can repeat affirmations all day, I'm confident, but if their emotional signature is insecurity, the frequency sent into the universe is still insecurity. Nothing changes, because the signal doesn't match the words. On the other hand, a single moment of real self-belief can shift the field immediately. That tiny spark can open timelines that were blocked for years. Emotion is the access key to manifestation. And it's fascinating how predictable it becomes once you start observing it. Patterns appear. A person with consistent frustration tends to attract delays and resistance because their vibration is aligned with friction. Someone who cultivates calm tends to walk into situations where solutions flow naturally. The field is always responding to the emotional weather inside you. Master the weather, and the landscape of your reality transforms with it. But once you understand how much your emotional signature drives your field, the next question naturally emerges: what's shaping these emotions behind the scenes? And that leads to a surprising realization: your environment isn't passive at all. The places you stay, the people around you, the sounds, the inputs, they silently program your energy every day, influencing your vibration before you even notice it. Most people assume their environment is just a background, but it quietly molds their energy every second. Every place carries a frequency, every person emits a signal, and your energetic field absorbs more than you realize. It's like walking through invisible weather, you feel it without understanding why. And over time, this constant influence begins shaping your reality in ways that seem subtle but are incredibly powerful. Think about how different you feel in a cluttered room versus a clean, open space. That's not preference, that's energetic programming happening on the spot. A chaotic environment pulls your vibration downward, while organized environments raise your internal frequency. Even lighting, colors, and sounds add to the equation. Nothing is neutral. Everything is influencing how you think and feel long before you become conscious of it. Take people, for example. Some individuals naturally expand your energy, while others drain it without saying a word. You've probably experienced both, that instant lift when someone aligned with your frequency enters the room, and that subtle heaviness when someone misaligned sits next to you. This isn't emotional sensitivity, it's energetic resonance. Your field responds first, and your emotion translates the message afterward. Technology plays a role too. The content you consume programs your thoughts and emotions, which then shift your signal outward. A steady diet of negativity, drama, or noise affects your manifestation abilities because it lowers your internal stability. Meanwhile, uplifting content, silence, or nature recalibrate your field quickly. You don't just choose content, content chooses your next vibrational state. And once you understand how deeply your environment programs your energy, you start becoming more intentional about the spaces and people you allow into your life. Because the moment you take control of your surroundings, your vibration becomes clearer, stronger, more aligned. And that clarity leads directly to another realization: if the environment influences your field this much, then your boundaries, the filters of your energy, matter even more than you think. Personal boundaries aren't just emotional lines, they're energetic filters that determine what enters and exits your energetic field. When boundaries are weak, your energy leaks through the cracks, causing your frequency to fluctuate without you even knowing why. You feel drained, scattered, or unusually emotional, and it seems random, but it's not. It's your field absorbing signals that don't belong to you. And that distortion shapes your reality in subtle but powerful ways. Think of boundaries like the membrane of a cell: they let in what nourishes and block what harms. When someone lacks clear limits, their vibration gets overridden by the emotional noise of others. They lose track of their own thoughts because external emotions blend with theirs. And over time, their energetic programming becomes reactive instead of intentional. It's like trying to maintain your own radio station while 10 others interfere with your signal. You've probably felt this in real life, spending time with someone who leaves you mentally foggy or emotionally heavy afterward. That isn't personality incompatibility, it's energetic intrusion. Their field blended with yours because the boundary was open. On the flip side, you've met people who make you feel grounded and clearer, simply because their boundaries keep their energy structured. Those people naturally support your manifestation without even realizing it. And when you set strong boundaries, something amazing happens. Your energy stabilizes, your emotional tone stays consistent, and your frequency becomes coherent again. You stop carrying emotions that don't belong to you, which gives your field room to actually breathe. This internal clarity strengthens your signal, making your reality respond faster and more accurately. Boundaries aren't walls, they're calibration tools for your vibration. Once you start experiencing the power of boundaries, a deeper insight begins to form. Many people feel stuck not because they lack desire, but because their inner and outer worlds are out of sync. Their mind says one thing, their body feels another, and their emotions vibrate on a completely different channel. And that misalignment leads to the next crucial understanding, the difference between coherence and chaos inside your energy system. There comes a point when someone realizes their life isn't stuck because of lack of effort, it's stuck because their energy is broadcasting mixed messages. Coherence happens when your thoughts, emotions, and physical actions all vibrate on the same frequency. Chaos happens when each part of you is sending a different signal into your energetic field. And reality responds to whichever signal is dominant, even if it's the one you don't want. That's why progress often feels slow or contradictory. Imagine trying to tune a radio to a clear station, but 3 different frequencies keep overlapping. That's what internal chaos feels like energetically. You may consciously desire expansion, but old emotional patterns vibrate at fear, while your thoughts bounce between doubt and hope. The field doesn't know which one to follow, so your manifestation becomes sporadic. Not wrong, just inconsistent. And inconsistency delays every timeline you're trying to reach. You've probably experienced this, wanting a new outcome but feeling inner resistance at the same time. The desire is a thought frequency, but the resistance is an emotional frequency. And when those two collide, your signal weakens. That weakened signal creates foggy decision-making, hesitation, and situations that feel strangely half-aligned. It's not sabotage, it's misalignment within the energetic programming of the field. But coherence changes everything. When your emotion supports your thoughts, and your body follows with aligned action, the field becomes laser-focused. Your vibration strengthens, your frequency stabilizes, and your reality responds much faster. Synchronicities show up. Momentum appears. Roads open effortlessly. Coherence isn't spiritual fluff, it's energetic physics. It's the difference between scattered energy and directed power. And once someone experiences this shift, they naturally start asking, how do I align my frequency quickly whenever I fall into chaos? Because coherence isn't a one-time event, it's a skill. A daily recalibration. And that question leads directly into the next revelation. It doesn't take weeks or months to shift your energy. With the right tools, you can change your vibration in minutes. One of the most empowering truths is that your energy doesn't take long to recalibrate. You don't need a retreat, a ritual, or a full life overhaul to shift your frequency. Sometimes all it takes is a few intentional minutes. Your energetic field responds quickly because it's designed to follow your internal signal, not your external circumstances. And when you learn how to shift that signal on command, your reality starts adjusting just as fast. A simple breath can change everything. Slow, deep breathing lowers mental noise and resets your vibration, almost the way restarting a device clears glitches. Posture matters too. Lifting your chest and relaxing your shoulders opens the energetic circuits that your emotion flows through. Even a moment of silence acts like a reset button, allowing your thoughts to reorganize themselves instead of spiraling. Small actions, big signals. Here's a practical strategy many people overlook. Place your hand on your chest, inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2, exhale for 6. This shifts your frequency into coherence almost instantly. Your field stabilizes, your energy expands rather than contracts, and your emotional tone shifts within moments. These micro techniques aren't dramatic, but they're powerful forms of energetic programming. They teach your body and mind how to find alignment on command. Another fast method is attention refocusing. Instead of fighting a negative emotion, redirect your awareness to something neutral or soothing, a texture, a sound, a color. This interrupts the emotional loop and sends a different signal into the field. It doesn't deny the feeling, it redirects the energy. And as soon as your vibration shifts even slightly, new possibilities appear that weren't accessible moments earlier. Once you start practicing these small adjustments, you realize how responsive your energy really is. You stop waiting for life to change and start shifting your vibration the moment you need to. And that opens the door to something even more fascinating. Once your frequency changes, the world doesn't stay still, it begins to talk back. Reality starts sending feedback, signs, synchronicities, and those signals reveal exactly how aligned you've become. Once you start shifting your energy, something subtle but extraordinary begins to happen. Reality answers back. It doesn't wait weeks or months, the response often begins within hours. Your vibration sends out a new signal, and the world rearranges itself to match it, almost like an intelligent mirror. These early responses are tiny, but they're unmistakable. They're the first signs that your energetic field is broadcasting something new. You might notice someone treating you differently, opportunities appearing out of nowhere, or old problems suddenly softening. These are small echoes of your updated frequency. Reality is testing the alignment, confirming whether your new state is temporary or stable. It's like the universe asking, is this your new baseline? And every consistent emotion you hold reinforces that yes, this is who you're becoming. That's where manifestation starts gaining real momentum. Synchronicities are a great example. You think about something, a person, an idea, a direction, and it appears. Not because it's random, but because your thoughts are aligned with your vibration, and your signal becomes coherent enough for the field to respond. These moments aren't coincidences, they're communication. They're feedback loops revealing how successfully your energetic programming is taking shape. Learn to read them, and you'll never feel lost again. And here's something people rarely realize, negative feedback is feedback too. If something feels off, delayed, or heavy, it doesn't mean failure, it means your frequency slipped into an older pattern. The field mirrors that shift instantly so you can correct it. Reality isn't punishing, it's calibrating. Every emotional dip, every reactive thought, every energetic wobble shows up externally so you can realign internally. The system is responsive because it's alive. Once you begin reading this dance, the cause inside and the effect outside, you gain a powerful sense of agency. You stop feeling like life happens to you and start seeing how it happens through you. And that realization leads naturally to the final stage, becoming the frequency itself. Not just changing your energy temporarily, but embodying it so fully that manifestation stops being an event and becomes your default way of living. There's a moment on this journey when you stop trying to raise your vibration and start becoming the vibration itself. It's the moment when the concept of manifestation stops feeling like a technique and starts feeling like identity. Up until now, you've learned how energy moves, how thoughts create micro shifts, how emotions amplify your frequency, how environments influence your energetic field, and how reality responds with feedback. But embodiment is where all of this comes together in a single truth. You're no longer trying to send a different signal, you're living as the signal. And that changes everything. Embodiment means you stop waiting for the external world to confirm who you are. Instead, you decide internally first, sustaining that frequency with your posture, your voice, your choices, your daily rhythms. Most people think manifestation is about thinking positively or visualizing intensely, but those are surface-level tools. Real energetic programming comes from the behaviors you repeat, the emotions you nurture, and the identity you choose to inhabit. You can't claim abundance with your mind if your body is vibrating in contraction. You can't claim confidence with words if your energy collapses every time you walk into a room. Embodiment is the moment where mind, body, and emotion start speaking the same language. To embody a frequency, you first need to understand what that frequency feels like. Let's say someone wants a life of peace, not just moments of peace, but a reality built on calm coherence. They can't embody that by thinking peaceful thoughts alone. They need to breathe differently, move differently, make decisions from a grounded place instead of panic. Their energetic field must stop broadcasting survival mode and begin broadcasting trust. That felt shift is embodiment. Another person might want expansion, growth, and creative expression. For them, embodiment means stepping into a bolder posture, speaking with clarity, and allowing excitement instead of suppressing it. It's the full alignment of emotion, thought, and physical presence with the life they want to experience. Embodiment also means letting go of the identity that kept your old vibration alive. This is where most people get stuck. They want the new life but cling to familiar emotional patterns because they feel safe, even when they're draining. You can't embody a new frequency with old emotional signatures. The version of you that vibrates at scarcity, fear, or doubt cannot walk the same timeline as the version that vibrates at clarity, confidence, or abundance. It doesn't matter how much you visualize, if your nervous system is addicted to the old emotional cycles, your signal never stabilizes. This is why embodiment requires emotional recalibration, training your body to stop reacting to imagined threats and start responding to new possibilities. And here's the most underrated part: embodiment is not about perfection. It's about consistency. If you can hold your chosen frequency even 5% longer each day, your reality begins to reorganize. You start noticing new opportunities, different conversations, unexpected alignment. People often think these changes come from luck or timing, but they're simply echoes of the identity you've begun broadcasting. Your field strengthens, your vibration becomes clearer, and your energetic programming stabilizes into a new baseline. And once a baseline shifts, manifestation accelerates naturally because the field isn't fighting you anymore, it's following you. Embodiment also shows up in micro-actions. If you want to embody abundance, you act from expansion, not fear. Maybe you take the time to enjoy a morning ritual instead of rushing through life with scarcity-driven urgency. If you want to embody clarity, you stop consuming chaotic information and start choosing environments that support a harmonious frequency. If you want to embody self-worth, you speak differently, choose differently, set boundaries differently. Every choice becomes a vibrational vote for the identity you're stepping into. This is how the energetic field learns who you are becoming. Another beautiful aspect of embodiment is how effortlessly it shifts the people around you. When your energy stabilizes into a new frequency, others can feel it instantly. Your presence becomes a consistent signal, and reality responds by sending you situations aligned with that signal. That's why, when someone truly embodies a new identity, external change often happens so quickly that it looks supernatural. But it's not supernatural, it's vibrational alignment. When the inner field becomes coherent, the outer world has no choice but to match it. And the deeper you go into embodiment, the more you realize that you never truly attract anything. You align with it. You tune to it. You enter the frequency where that version of reality already exists. You stop chasing outcomes and become the person who naturally experiences them. This is the highest form of energetic mastery, not forcing reality, but harmonizing with it. When you become the vibration, the manifestations become inevitable. Eventually, embodiment becomes less about desire and more about presence. You're no longer trying to create a different future, you're living in the state that generates that future effortlessly. Your energy feels stable, your emotion feels authentic, your thoughts feel supportive, and your decisions flow from alignment instead of fear. At this level, the feedback loop of reality becomes incredibly clear. Every day feels like a conversation between your inner state and the life unfolding around you. And the deeper you embody your chosen frequency, the more you sense there's another layer waiting, something beyond simply becoming the vibration, something about expanding what you can hold.